So I'm just going to make sure it says we're live. I just want to make sure we're on the right page. So it looks like we are live on the right page now, David. Finally. So, hey guys, it's Jordan James, host of Good Deeds Buffalo. We are live here coming to you from Break and Grind Coffee in Holland. This is their main location and it's absolutely beautiful. They give us complimentary coffee, which this is caramel drip.
Caramel drip.
And I'm super excited to try it.
And cheers.
And cheers, David. David's our guest today. We're just going to go ahead and throw the banner up on the screen there. Let me just get that set up real quick. Okay. So, David, tell everyone what you do. I mean, I picked you to come on the Facebook Live mini show because we recently worked together on a blood drive.
We did.
With the American Red Cross. Because one of the many volunteer jobs that you're doing is you're part of their Pride Committee, correct?
Correct.
So
hi everyone, David Comstock. I am co-chair of the American Red Cross Western and Central New York Pride Committee. Jordan and I were together recently at the Blood is Blood drive held at the chapter headquarters on Delaware Avenue, Buffalo, New York, which is really designed to end the stigma against LGBTQ blood.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was a huge success, right? I mean,
it was.
We set out to, I think, collect 40 donations.
Correct, and we exceeded our 40 donations. I think what we collected would save over 120 lives.
Oh, wow.
Impact 120 lives.
Yeah, so definitely a huge number there.
Absolutely.
And I think what we also did was we were able to kind of break down a little bit of that stigma.
Correct.
And there was a lot more people who came out that were first-time donors and people who were willing to share their story with us, right?
Absolutely. We had a wall where people could share their stories as to why they donate blood, because of the personal impact on their lives and how it has helped their family and friends, live a full life now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sorry there might be a little bit of a shadow on me. I hope I don't look too bad. I might move back a little bit there. However, David, while I had you today, can you share a little bit more about the volunteering work that you're doing in Western New York?
Sure. So I wear many hats outside of the Red Cross. I am also currently volunteering for Embrace Western New York for the Buffalo Brunch, which is going to be coming up on May 1st.
May 1st.
Yes.
And the Buffalo Brunch, for those who haven't participated, what is the Buffalo Brunch?
The Buffalo Brunch is our signature fundraiser for Embrace Western New York. Embrace Western New York provides scholarships for individuals who are participating or active in the LGBTQIA community.
Okay.
To cover everyone.
Yeah, really, you want to make sure everyone's included.
Absolutely. And the scholarships are for anyone from high school level up to the non-traditional learner. So I myself have received 2 scholarships from them, once to complete my associate's degree and then once to complete my bachelor's.
Oh, wow. So they gave you 2 full scholarships?
2 individual scholarships.
Okay, but they were able to pay for your college then?
Absolutely. They allowed me to finish both of my degrees on time, covering the last semester of each program.
Okay, and I think we have our control they can click the link to put up for Embrace Western New York. Take a look more at those. I'm sure there's other ways for people to receive some help from them as well, right?
Well, it is an education program.
Okay.
However, so if you or someone you know that is involved in the LGBTQ community is needing a scholarship for your education, any education, even a trade school, you can apply to Embrace Western New York with the Buffalo Brunch coming up, again on May 1st.
Wow.
At Salvatore's Italian Gardens. We are looking for sponsorships as well, so we are looking for individuals to help fund Embrace Western New York so we can continue to give out scholarships.
Yeah, so it's going to happen at Salvatore's.
Correct.
That's exciting. I remember going there for dinner for a work function for the first time. I was super excited.
Yes.
What are you most excited about with the Buffalo Brunch?
Oh, it's such a fantastic event because you see everyone from the LGBTQIA community.
Yeah.
From politicians all the way down to just us folks,
Yeah, us folks, right? I love that saying. Well, David, when did you start volunteering?
So I've actually been volunteering all of my life.
Wow.
From a very young child, my mother had me involved doing things at her office.
Okay.
And the Kids Day newspaper drives and things like that. So I've had a spirit of volunteering all my life.
Yeah.
In my 20s is when I really started volunteering as an adult with the previous employer, doing Adopt a Highway, tree plantings, cleanups in the waterways. So
I've always wanted to know more about the Adopt a Highway program. What really is that? And you tell, like, what is that?
Yeah.
You said that. I'm interested.
Yeah, so what you do is you work with the New York State Transit. You sign up through them for an assigned section. You get garbage bags and gloves usually, but not much more. If you want the nice gripper sticks, that's on your own. And you go along your side of the highway and pick up trash.
Okay.
Anything.
So that's what it is. So essentially you become the caretaker of that land.
Correct.
And you want to make sure it looks pretty and cleaned up.
Absolutely.
I mean, oftentimes you see garbage piling up there. I mean, no one's able to get out there to do it. So it's certainly a good way to give back. Now, I have a few other questions for you. I want to make sure that we asked, but if anyone watching has a question for David you'd like to ask, certainly go ahead and do so. And I'd be more than willing to answer any questions as well. So where have you volunteered the longest? I know we mentioned a few volunteering opportunities. Where have you been kind of, I guess you could say, staying?
Yeah, so I actually this month celebrate 4 years with the American Red Cross.
Wow, wonderful. So 4 years with the American Red Cross.
Yeah, I joined, so my associate's degree is in emergency management.
Okay, so it's a good field.
It is. I don't work in it, but the reason I joined is because they have a great program called the Citizen Preparedness Corps, and what they do is disaster preparedness education for communities. We go out and we talk to people on what to do if there's a snowstorm, earthquake, or whatever out there.
Wow.
I attended a program, was very interested in how do I do this, and I talked to a Red Cross volunteer. She connected me to the coordinator, and here I am.
Wow. So now 4 years later, you're still doing it. And we work really closely with Molly. How has that been? Great working closely with Molly and everyone on the team there. Right?
Yeah, Molly Piper is amazing to work with. She's my co-chair for the Pride Committee. She and I were just casual acquaintances through the Red Cross because I do wear many hats for them. And it's been great working and getting to know her more and more as we do stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So it looks like we actually have a comment there too. I'll throw it up on the screen for you. So CJ Richard says, congrats for your 4 years of being with the Red Cross. Thank you, CJ. Now, we just wanted to also mention, so the Breaking Ground Coffee, they have a spot in the Eastern Hills Mall. It is super cute. And their hours of operation for this store that we're at is 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. And that is actually Monday through Friday, and then Saturday 8 to 5 and Sunday 8 to 3. So if you're in Holland or near the Eastern Hills Mall, certainly stop by. I really like this caramel coffee. It is really good. And it doesn't taste like it's super full.
Correct.
You know, like heavy.
Not full, not very acidic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a coffee snob, so.
And I don't want to miss anything when I have you. So what you mentioned your mom having some work that you had started volunteering. Is that what inspired you then to start volunteering? Or was there like a situation in your life that's like, I gotta step up and do my part?
No, it was my mother. So I now always, she did unfortunately pass in 2020. But she had that spirit of giving back. Thank you. She had that spirit of giving back. I've lived a very fortunate life, living in the suburbs of Buffalo, didn't have much trouble growing up, fortunately. Mm-hmm. And she just taught me to reinvest and give back to the community. Wow. She did it all her life, as far as I know. Yeah. And she taught me to do that as well. So when I get the chance, I try to get back and do whatever I can for those who are in need.
Yeah, I think it's so interesting. Everyone that I keep meeting on this journey of Good Deeds Buffalo is there's usually a mom or a dad or maybe even a grandmother who's inspired somebody to start volunteering. Yeah. It really only takes one person to encourage you to do that. It's kind of crazy. You just take one idea and then you can run with it and take your own spin. Now, what do you enjoy most with your volunteer work? Like, what about it do you enjoy most?
So by nature, I'm a community builder. Okay. And I don't even think about it. I try to build community wherever I am and whatever I'm doing. And it's making those connections with individuals. So if I can help someone do something, be better, receive something that they're missing, and then along the way, create that community around them so they can do it either themselves or they can help someone down the line is really what I enjoy doing.
Yeah, so being able to build that community is what you're enjoying to do. And you mentioned your qualifications of being able to was it bachelor's you said?
I now have a bachelor's in human resources.
So is that helping you, the qualifications that helping you in this field, working with people in the community then?
I wouldn't go through the qualifications of my education.
Yeah.
I think I developed my education around my volunteering.
Okay.
Realizing that I'm working with people and helping them, and that's what drew me to the human right or HR degree. I think the qualifications are really just having the intention and the desire to help people, to do good deeds. It's really where it starts. And then from there, you can look in to say, well, what do I do well? So I'm a banker for the last 19 years. Try not to remember that.
Wow, 19 years.
19 years. I don't look a day past 21. But I'm good with, I don't want to say I'm good with numbers because I hate math.
Yeah.
But I'm a very analytical person. I enjoy putting structure around things.
Yeah.
So I've used those professional experiences that I've gained throughout my entire career, and I push that into my volunteering.
It is wonderful. Now, what would you say someone watching to get them to maybe motivated to step out of their comfort zone and volunteer in our community?
I would say just do it. If there is something that you're interested in doing, there's probably an organization out there that needs your help. And if there isn't, start one.
Yeah, that is very true. If you're looking out there and you're seeing a need that needs to be met, start your own. And I think that we've seen there's organizations like Embrace, I'm sure, that will provide information and things to those organizations that want to change and start their own organization as well, right?
Yeah, there's also even just community centers, but I think it's also even as small as we were talking about Adopt a Highway. Do you see the trash out on the corner? It's not been there.
Yeah.
Pick it up. It's easy as that. That's volunteering. That's giving back to your community and helping it be better.
Yeah, and so it could be as simple as, like you said, just picking up the trash. What are other volunteer opportunities that you're seeing in your work that may need to be filled?
Oh, so something I did earlier this year was with a refugee services group.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, Kathy, I don't remember the name right now, but Kathy Spillman, she and I worked together earlier this year, and Buffalo is one of the recipient cities for the newer refugees in the Middle East. And there are cases where people need to be housed, and you're not giving them housing, but you're helping set up a home for them. It's called Home Again, and people are collecting donations like toilet paper, cleaning supplies, and then when you're all prepared, you go in and you set up that home. You clean it over. You put the painting on the wall, things like that. I'm really sorry, Kathy, but I don't remember the name. But things like that are kind of coming up right now because there's such an influx of that. There's also probably a million other things that I can't think of. I know one of them, starting to work with Niagara Pride, which is an amazing new LGBTQ organization in Niagara County.
Yes.
And I know there's some things coming up with them. So because it's January, I'm just putting the feelers out there and making plans now.
Yes, and it's kind of the start of the new year. We get to start and plan a lot more.
Absolutely.
This new year too, for a lot of us, being able to do a lot more events in the community. For us at Good Deeds Buffalo, we're launching a Luggage of Love drive that'll happen in March, and we're going to collect luggage and essential items for kids in foster care.
Oh, great!
Because there's so many kids that I just found out, and maybe I'm silly, but that most foster kids are given a garbage bag to move from home to home, instead of maybe a luggage bag.
Okay.
And I feel like that's something that's so easy to fix almost. Like I know there's people with luggage out there.
Absolutely.
So let's get it in the right hands.
Yeah, or even just a good sale.
Or a good sale, right? Even the Salvation Army, or maybe even, I know some of those big stores like Macy's and JCPenney's are having some sales as well.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. I'm going to go ahead and put up the information for Embrace Western New York. Go ahead, take a look.
Please.
The Red Cross as well. And before we go, David, is there anything you wanted to add to today's show or tell our viewers while we're on here today?
I could be super cheesy and say, please go out and do a good deed. There's a lot of charities that are in need, or even we said as simple as picking up the trash.
Yeah.
Also put another plug in for the Buffalo Brunch on May 1st. Again, we're looking for sponsorship, so please drop me a line. You can find me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, anywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. And you'll be able to learn more about David. We'll have information on our website. It'll be attached to this interview, so you can learn more about David and everything he does. And if there's something you want us to see in the community, or maybe you want to learn more about, we have tons of information over at gooddeedsbuffalo.tv. We also have our previous Facebook Live episodes right online, so you could meet previous people we had online as well.
Amazing.
Yes, and again, thank you so much to Breaking Ground Coffee, everyone. To make sure to check out, they have a store in Holland, New York, and the Eastern Hills Mall. It's super cute, and honestly, the coffee is really great. So thank you guys for tuning in. You have a great day. Remember, hate is in the moment, love is forever.